Let's see if I found the perfect spice for Khadgar Leyline Dragon Mage. If you can't already tell, the spice of this deck is going to be Khadgar. This in combination with Azure Stone will let you summon 2 copies of Malygos, 2 copies of Sindragosa, and 2 copies of Instructor, making it where all your arcane spells will cast twice, all of them will be reduced by 4, and they'll have +4 spell damage. And the perfect arcane spells to do this with are, of course, going to be the ley lines, which we're hopefully going to generate additional copies of our key legendary using things like Spark of Life and Rune Orb. Now, for the main guide of the list, you are going to be looking for any of the ley line cards within the deck. Then you'll be looking for draw power cards, early game removal tools, or one of the Dragon Duo. You're probably just going to want to slam either of these down if you're ahead, even if their abilities aren't activated. Now, let's look at some games. Okay, Priest. Let's see what they got in store for us. There's 2 ways that this could easily go. Our opponent could be smart and not play too many minions, or they could play a lot of minions and then we win by that. That's the one thing I really don't like about the leyline cards is you require your opponent to have minions in order to win the game. There's been a lot of games I've played with this deck so far where my opponent just doesn't play anything, and then you're just like, I guess I sit here doing nothing. So. Also, Kalik is a card that might not make it to the final cut. If he does, at the start of the video, you're not really needed to run him. The only legendaries you really need in this deck are Khadgar, which is free, Sindragosa, which isn't free, and then the 6 mana arcane spell, which, if you did the class set, technically that is free. One day, ley lines will... You know, I think actually ley lines are in a weird, interesting spot where I think a lot of people like the idea behind them because we haven't really had a big wombo combo deck in a while. It just kind of sucks that they're not the strongest things in the world. I mean, we could just put down Kalik. Yeah, you don't really need him in the deck at all. There's Fate. I think we slam this down just to get the ball rolling there, and then we can also in their minion. I also was thinking about slamming down Malygos, but okay, there's Moonwell. Them having to waste a Moonwell on our minions is good. I mean, I guess we just repeat last turn. Why not, right? I mean, just slamming down Malygos is fine. Like, he gets stuck that into rotation, so. Yeah, might as well grab our arcane damage. That's always good for this deck. Question is, oh, that is actually pretty good. Okay, we got rid of the minion, do some damage to face. I mean, it's okay. Like, them wasting that is... Slam down this. Go base for 1 damage and pass it back.
Let the scales fall from the eye.
Oh, yeah, I'll take draw 2. I'll take draw 2 for free. Okay. You can just keep on drawing cards, I guess. Sure, why not? Slam down this. I think I'm going to go for the mana reduction, but there is an argument to be the other way. Honestly, I think that argument would have probably been better, but whatever. I think this is the funnier way to do this. Oh, dragon.
Let me tell you what I think.
Draw another card. Too bad it isn't a discount. Get rid of their card. Keep the brilliance for... do we want to use the brilliance or do we want to... I think we're going to keep it for later. I don't want to clog at the board of Hearthstone if possible. It's a Tesh. And Medivh. Oh. I have to go for the combo, right? I don't think I live if I don't. Okay, Khadgar into Hearthstone. We're still missing Sinestro, which is the only thing preventing us from having game here, but it is what it is. Again, I would love if the bursting shots would just be able to go face. I get why they can't, because that would be too strong, but ugh. I guess we draw a few more cards. I mean, there's the Sinestro now. Yeah, Sindragosa. Wow. I'm thinking of the wrong... Okay, wait, hold. That actually is kind of cool. If only we had a way to, you know, heal our opponent's face to then make that attack into it, but this works. Joking. Out of all the things that you could randomly generate there. Wait a second. Is this even going to help them? Because they have the bird on board. I mean, thanks for the free minion. Thanks for the 2 free minions.
We shall guide our flight here, my love.
Hoping this is enough. Didn't actually math to see if it was enough, but I'm pretty sure it is enough. Okay, let's just blast away at the remaining of their HP. Okay, Warrior. Let's see what they got for us. I'm assuming this is going to be Dragon. There is a spicy Dragon Varanoth list that I kind of want to do. It depends on when we get... when we get the free card for the next set. I think people are expecting to get that on Tuesday. So by the time this goes up, probably 2 days after. And we'll probably do something with that first. And then we might circle back to the warrior list that I was talking about, or we might do paladin. I don't know which one, but that's what you can expect for the week. Is whatever the new card is, then either dude or a warrior list. Also, not dragon? Interesting. Herald, maybe? Let's coin out the roll here. Okay. Yes, it could also be control without the quest, which is kind of interesting. Ooh, if only we had one. Oh, I will take that in a heartbeat, actually. You know, how much would the deck be broken if we made the 6 cost count as a ley line? I know you could generate it off of Playwalker, but like, I think we'd be fine still, right? Volcano. I do like the fire packaging here a lot, actually. I wish there was a payoff for it. Playwalker getting burnt sucks, but it could be worse. Okay, I'm just trying to make some room for our minions, which is our minions draw. Hey, Khadgar! Actually, one of the main reasons I wanted to build this deck. I've been looking to do something with Khadgar, along with like a lot of the other core cards that, speaking of core cards that are new or returning, there's Kalia. And we did just do a Kalia deck, so slowly we're working through them. Is there any core legendaries you'd like to see featured on the channel that I haven't already? We just did Morgraine. We just did Kalia. We're missing Ulfer, I think it is, the Druid one, which is brand new, and Tichondrius, I think, is the other, like, one I haven't done anything with. Tichondrius really isn't a card that you build a deck around right now, at least. There's not enough big demon support or ways to cheat out multiple of him. Generating him off of Eternal Hold is fine. Well, you know, who doesn't like just winning through random RNG? Am I right? Bye-bye. Oh, Forbidden Shrine is a standard card. I forgot it existed. Because it'll give you... What are some zero-cost spells that it'll give you? It'll give you either Innervate, Preparation, Backstab. All the choices for the spells that it could give you are actually pretty decent. It definitely is a funny card. Also gives you a little bit of flexibility. Yeah. Joestar must be a JJK. JoJo's fan. Okay, let's draw 2. That would have been nice. Oh, it wouldn't have ever been discounted. Just want to show this off like once on stream. That's all I'm asking for, game. Something fun. Okay, so the first one we'll do a discount of 2. The second one will do a increase of 2. It's also kind of funny that this gives you an increase of or decrease of 2, an increase of 2, or it gives you only 1 additional trigger, which is kind of funny. You'd assume it would be 2 additional triggers. Actually, would that fix this card? I don't think it would necessarily. No, you're right. It should be an epic card. I'm in full agreement with that statement. It should either be an epic or it should cost less or do more. One or the other. One of the 3 options. It's one, you know. Okay, so we slam down Malygos next turn, I think, no matter what. Because it's a pseudo taunt, right? Our opponent. Yeah, that's half of the plays with Malygos in this list is he doesn't read taunt, but he basically is a taunt. No, we don't. We're running Instructor instead. Because that way I don't have to worry about doing 1 damage to each of the 1 mana dragons. I'm assuming here and here. Or are you just going to go face? You're just going to go face. Wow. Okay. Sindragosa would be a funny top deck, but... Okay. Discount them by 2. We're at 9 cards in hand. We could also just discount them even further. Because then this would be 1. It would also give us space in hand, too. Kind of almost want to go with the discount everything again. Because we could just refill our hand after that, and then... Yeah, you're right. You're completely correct. There are a few examples of it, like, this card existed before, but it had no requirements, but now the new one has requirements for some dumb reason. If we see Sindragosa as a top deck, then we'll do the Sindragosa plays instead, but...
Time is of the essence.
Okay, Brilliance is kind of brilliant. Yeah, I think we do just discount everything by 2 more. Because we can use 1 here... Draw 2. Perfect, actually. Get rid of this. Got another dragon. Go face. I mean... yeah. Also worth mentioning, because we have the 2 dragons on board, this will draw 4. Which... it actually isn't necessarily a bad thing. They're probably thinking, boy, what do I get out of, or do to get out of this scenario? I did not get rid of the Malygos. That actually, oh, well. It's okay. I don't need the Malygos. Like, I like the Malygos, but I don't need it this turn. Why not? Why not? We'll just keep on getting more. Yes, Reno in at least Hearthstone Warcraft lore is a dragon. In World of Warcraft lore, he is just a human. So, that's a fun little lore tidbit. But yeah, he is technically a dragon in the Warcraft lore. I mean, in the Hearthstone lore. That's so funny that we managed to get this. We got 3 ley lines this game. Oh, it's infinite loop. Okay. That is true. That is very much true. He is a good example of a Hearthstone original character first. Yeah. Yeah. Also explains, like, why back in the League of Explorers thing, he spoke or understood Draconic. I... Sure, get that minion out of my hand. That doesn't really help you. Okay, well, I mean... No! Come on! You could have let me have the third... Now that we're through the games, let's discuss my final list of decks. So, how did this deck perform? Was I thrilled with the outcomes of the list? Well, I ended up playing 42 games with the deck, ended up with a 45% win rate, which honestly isn't too terrible, but I think a lot of my luck early on was I wasn't facing against too much aggro, which this deck does struggle against. You can't run things like Arcane Flow in the deck because you do have a lot of high-cost cards, which will make Arcane Flow really hard to use. Overall, though, if you can get the Leyline cards online quickly, you can overwhelm your opponent really easily with just spamming out a bunch of minions through random generation, or just by doing a bunch of burst damage to your opponent's face and drawing a bunch of cards, giving them basically zero cost. Overall, if you're looking for a deck to use Sindragosa in and you have the card and you have everything else in this list, try it out. It might be okay, but if you're missing something, please do not craft this. It is a real fun deck to use with Khadgar since he is back in rotation. But before we end the video, special thanks to our channel members of Daniel Nascimento and Ruben. If you want to help out the channel a little bit more, you can join the 3 membership tiers like they have. If you can't afford to do that, there's always leaving a like, comment, subscribing, turning on notification, using the new hype button. They all help out the channel. Same. But until next time, bye-bye.